What's going on, everybody, to my YouTubers, people from all around the world? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Weather's been absolutely beautiful in the Gippsland area. It's definitely worth for you viewers to come out and see this amazing part of the world. I think now would be a good time to get your kids and loved ones up to bed, because I'm about to have a chat to you about something that's not going to be pleasant. So if you were to pause this video and do just that and come back and sit down and grab some popcorn and a Pepsi and some chocolate, and we'll get straight right into it. I wanted to have a chat to you guys and girls about divorce. Very emotional, very sad, and very hard and difficult times lie ahead. A lot of people don't wish me to talk about this, but I very much wish to do. I'm not a psychiatrist by all means. If a divorce is happening in real life, you can listen to me, but at the same time you must seek professional help. It's that simple. Even if you don't have money, you can still go to your police or to your churches or community centres that will help you along your journey from the road to recovery. I guess the first step on the road to recovery is health. Health is incredibly important, not only to yourself, but for the well-being of your family members, friends, and co-workers in the workplace. You'd be kidding to yourself saying, I'm all okay, when you've just been through a massive divorce. When things like that start to occur, you may think to yourself, oh, there's a new partner, there's a new guy, there's a new girl that comes into my life. Everything's well, everything's better, it's meant to be, blah blah blah, I'm on top of the world. They're what you call low frequency people. Their job is to not make your life better, but to see on the way how you treat other people, which is just wrong. Because the divorce may not necessarily be your fault from your end, it may be theirs. But what you're doing is you're bringing yourself down and other people down when that's not necessarily the case. You should be bringing yourself up to try and knock out these frequency people that come into your life, to try and get your frequency low, and if they succeed to get past the breaking point of you getting lower and lower and lower, which could even result into the worst scenario possible, which is obviously death. I don't lie. So what do? I've never been in a divorce, to be honest with you. I would imagine it'd be one of the most emotional things I would ever have to overcome. But what I'll do is I'll take baby steps. If you're employed, you just say, well, shit, Darren, do I need to keep my job or do I need to lose my job? Again, that's where a professional counsellor would come into the picture and say, this is what you need to do to succeed, but maybe sometimes it's actually better to keep your job, because that way it sort of keeps your frequency at a medium level without going up or going down, and you just do lighter duties until you feel better to go on to the heavy duties or various bits and pieces. But again, by all means, you see a professional counsellor about that matter and topic in well in hand. Another good thing is daily exercise, walking around the block, talking to neighbours, talking to friends, talking to family members. Just talk wherever you can. Going to your local gym's another good one to get your frequency up to where it needs to get to. Not only that, it can sort of level off some high self-esteem that you sort of happening. And again, this may not be all your fault. It may be from the person's from the other end, or it may be your fault as well, or it may be in the middle of the lines, yours and hers fault, combining in together, and that way you're sort of forced to go to separate ways. If you're a twin flame and you're going through adult divorce, I would imagine it'll be fucking hell. Again, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it's going to be one picnic and you're going to win when it comes to the courts and various bits and pieces, and God knows what. That's just crap. I'm not going to lie in front of all my viewers and say it's going to be a magical ending when it's not. But what I am trying to get at is how to raise your frequency to the best of its ability when you're going through these tough times. Another thing is bike riding is another good one. Getting back into nature is another good one. Hanging around with friends is another good one. Joining a local community charity events is another good one, providing that they don't ask for money all the time, because that can sort of let you down, especially when you've been going through these rough emotional patches, even though you may be well secure anyway. Going to the movies may be a positive effect. Again, seeing a professional counsellor that he or she knows what she's doing could be a possible effect for you and your family and for your loved ones. Going on a trip could be a positive effect. Moving to a location now, that could be a tricky one, because I'm beginning to believe when you want to go to other spots and other areas, that the same amount of people might become back into your lives. It's just that they're sort of different people, but sort of same souls, and you're in the same area and you think, shit, here we go again, it's Groundhog Day. I've been noticing that with a lot of sporting clubs where the same problem rises again and again and again and again and again. It's a coincidence? Oh, hell no. I don't believe that. I believe that's something inside of me that I've got to work on a personal level, so I can teach you guys on how to fix it. May not necessarily be about money, but it's around money that's causing the issues. Okay? I know about it. I'm not going to lie. I know who's involved. They're not going to lose their job, I don't think, but it's just very, very low. Very low. Moving on from that, getting back to divorce, Um, Again, it may not necessarily be you from your end, it may be from their end and things that they need to work on within themselves before they can come back to you. Again, that could be a twin flame situation. But again, if you get divorced and they need to work on themselves, then you might actually be rewarded by going with the next step up and being with the woman who you're meant to be with. So, again, a negative effect could turn right around and have a positive effect. Maybe that's one mental way to look at it in time. Then if you've got kids, I guess the next thing is to sit down and explain to your kids on the way how this is going, and again get the kids the professional help and advice they need to learn to succeed and to grow in day-to-day life, and not having to worry about what mummy and daddy are going through, because it may not be the kids' self, even though the kids may think to themselves that sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. So again, it's just a matter of the lifestyle and the lifestyles of the way how people choose to run their day-to-day life. That's it. Now, another reason I'm having this conversation today is because we're coming to June and July in Australia, and June and July actually forces, it's a good 2-month period of the year, even though the money's not coming in. It's still a good time of year to say, well, we need to make some decisions on our lives and the lives that we are going and the direction that's needed to going for our personal growth and our experience and our well-being. That's why I love the June and July period. And I'm a goner. And I'm a goner in Gippsland, Australia. So that's the reason why I love it, is because it actually forces people to make decisions. So yeah. And another reason why divorce things happen is because of false accusations. So, I mean, how many fucking times must I say it? Just fucking stop this shit. Again, it happens in families. It just happens. I mean, is it the town? Is it the area? Is it the community? Is it where we live? I'm going to say yes, but again, you might say, well, Darren, I'm from Rangiwat, or Darren, I'm from England, or Darren, I'm from Singapore, or Darren, I'm from all over the world, and this shit's happening here as well. It's interesting, isn't it? How do we stop this? How do we stop false accusations? It's because the people from their end have to relearn what they have learned. Again, it may be you're in the wrong environment. Again, you may be forced to do things that necessarily you don't want to do. Wrong place, wrong time, bang, there's a false accusation. It's like in the last video I talked about where energy doesn't need to go. And when that occurs, the good thing is sometimes when you say, well, why is that energy not going where it's needed? I know, I'm just going to block it off. Brilliant. Absolute brilliant. That's the first step to where the energy needs to go, even though people can't accept it. Awesomeness. And not only that too, when you're in the workplace and things are going well, just a little bit off topic, maybe you give back something to your clients that what they keep giving you. Just a thought. Okay, moving on from that, I'll talk about another workplace video down the track. That thought just came to my head and I put it out there and bang, it's on video. Now when these lower frequencies come in, and which happen on people's lives when they're going through a divorce, again you just got to sit back and allow it happen and let nature take its course. Oh, but on this, on that, on this, on that. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. No, 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 no. Again, you're just taking advantage of a shit situation that what the person's going through from the other end. You know it, I know it, and she knows it. Again, this could be happening all around the world. It could be happening with you, my viewers. I did a video a while back called How to Raise Your Frequency to 100%. You're not going to get to 100% when you just had a divorce. You take baby steps, you go from 1 through to 10. Great, I got to 10, I've got to get from 1 through to 20. Okay, great, I got to 20. 1, 20 to 30, great, I got to 30. 30 to 40, oh great, I got to 40. From 40 to 50, I got to 50. That might take you 6 months. But it's those baby steps that from save you from the worst possible result at the end of the day. Fantastic. Oh, my kids are doing great at school now. I'm taking baby steps to get better. They're getting C's and B's, and rather than D's. That's fucking awesome, isn't it? Maybe in 2 years' time they might get an A on their English report or a B on their maths report. How awesome is your kid going to feel when he walks through the front door? Mum and Dad, I got a B or I got an A. Doesn't get much sweeter than that. Or how awesome would it be if your kids were to learn the independence when you're going through this difficult time and you're there home alone and your daughter just comes in and she makes you a beautiful lasagna dish or pasta or pizza or steak or veggies or fish or whatever. Oh, where did you learn that from? I learned that from school, Mum. Fucking fantastic. What more can you expect from your teachers? They're teaching you on how to succeed in the worst possible scenarios because you're taking baby steps to raise your vibrations to get to 100%. How awesome is that? Rather than your kid and daughters going on the drugs, How awesome would it be to see that, especially as a parent? Oh, Mum, Dad, there's this charitable events coming on along. There's no money involved, but I'm doing it anyway to help support my local community. The CFA are having a CFA charity day. I'm going out there on the roads and asking for donations for money that people drive their cars in to get to wherever it is that they need to go. Fantastic. You know what that's doing to your child? It's raising your child's frequency to where it needs to go. And your child's giving something back into the community, which means that the community will give something back to you and to your child. So all of a sudden you've got this shit situation and you're turning it into a magic situation. 3 years have been by after the divorce. You got rid of all these wankers and you meet someone really special in your life. That was meant to be the case. How exciting is that? Oh, the divorce wasn't that bad after all. What he was showing me the steps I need to get to my ultimate goal at the end of the day was to be to 100%. Now there I can press on with my life and grow and learn from my mistakes in my previous marriage. I can finally get rid of that old place and get a medium-sized place. My kids are going off to high school now. They're all grown up and they're wanting to succeed. They already know what they want to be after when they finish school, so they can start working for them goals whilst they're in the school grounds. And learn other things at the same time. It doesn't get much more exciting than that. My kids are growing, not going backwards. We're doing all these wonderful things for the community and we're going to keep it like that and we're going to make the community grow and become a much better, more successful and much more happier environment. Inspirational. We're going to look back on this and say, shit, how fucking lucky are we by living in Gippsland? Or anywhere in the world. How lucky are we to live in New York? How lucky are we to live in Chicago? How lucky are we to live in Hawaii? Or how lucky are we to live in England? Or wherever you are. Turning into a shit effect into a positive effect. How awesome is that? Oh, did you hear the new TV set? I'm going to work my ass off and save and try and get it. You already got your next goal and set in mind for what you need to succeed to do to raise your frequency up even more, and that's going out there and earning your money and paying off that TV, or better yet, travelling, or whatever it is that you want to do. You're raising your vibration to get to your vibration where you need to be to feel comfortable. Work's done so much for me. When I get to 70%, I might even be able to cleanse it after all the damage that's been done to the workplace that I've been under through my divorce. All of a sudden you're at 70, you're at 80%. Oh, I'm at 80%. I met somebody today. Yeah, it might be the one, and sure enough, it's the one. All of a sudden it goes up to 90. All of a sudden your diet becomes better. You don't eat shit all the time. You turn from chocolate into greens. You turn Pepsi into water. You turn steak with tomato sauce with steak without tomato sauce. You're becoming one healthy motherfucker again. You're getting rid of your shit clothes and you're putting on clean clothes. All of a sudden you're doing nothing for the neighbourhood and you're doing everything for the neighbourhood. All of a sudden you start winning awards. All of a sudden you start getting recognition. All of a sudden you're getting that book published. All of a sudden your YouTube channel's starting to grow. All of a sudden your girlfriend or your your girlfriend or your boyfriend, their life starts to change. They're getting more customers for the work. Their style's starting to improve. They're having meat without tomato sauce. They're having the lettuce, not the chocolate. They're having water without the Coke. All of a sudden, everything comes in perfect alignment. We've got more than enough money to retire. What do we do? Do we retire or do we keep on going? We'll keep going for another 2 years and donate the money to charity or give it to family members that may need it for in the future. Or maybe time to upgrade that car or that equipment at work. All of a sudden you're meant to be in your right place at your right time in your right timeline. The right time zone. Meanwhile, your partner and your ex-partner and your lower frequencies are looking back and they're thinking, fuck, have a look at her now. We fucked up, we should have stayed. You've been going to the gym for 6 months. You start losing weight, you start gaining muscle. You start getting fitter. Again, you're getting more cash in your like you can possibly believe. You're getting network support from your local gym. There's less arguments around the house. The neighbours are starting to get more chatty. Your own house frequency rises because of that. Your life's changed quite dramatically from these things we've talked about. Not only that too, you start getting your old honesty self back. You stop lying to your friends. You stop lying to your friends, you get a new bunch of friends and try and keep the old ones. And I say, this is, I'm very sorry for the lies that I've done. It will never happen again, and for a good token of a good friendship, please come over for a barbecue on Saturday. And I want you to tell me every lie that I told you, and I'll tell you if I'm right or if I'm wrong. If you're right or if you're wrong. All of a sudden, you start getting your friends back, you start getting your social life back, and you start getting your life back on track. So it's those type of steps that you can see the big picture in the end. They will help you to learn, to succeed and to grow. No matter what the circumstance, so no matter what the challenges are, you can always find baby steps to come above that and to achieve your personal best goals, not only for yourself but for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones. I hope this video will help a lot of people. I hope within the next couple of weeks we'll have more fun videos and not having to discuss these type of situations and scenarios, but they too come along on board. But again, it's the way how you learn and cope and build better lives for yourselves and for those around you. And if a divorce does happen, like I said earlier, you must always get professional help, and there will always be someone around the corner for your help in need if the time ever comes. I hope it never does, but for some people it has, and that's the best possible advice I can give you, is get professional help. And I hope this video has given you baby steps to succeed and to live a long and happy life. There will be more videos in the future, but they'll be fun ones. So yeah, peace.